Hello, everybody. All right, let's just see. Let's get set up here. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. Okay, so I am here and we're going to talk about some masking today. Hi, Sable. Great. Okay, so we have people joining, it looks like right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's just after 5 o'clock and it's Saturday, and this is our second live that we have done here from Tranquil Radiance Spa. So I just wanted to welcome and thank everybody for coming. We got a really good response the first time we did a live, so I'm happy to come back again and help answer some of your questions that you have about your skincare. And basically the main goal was to go over masking, because that's definitely what I've had the most questions about. So it looks like we have a couple people here watching us. Perfect. Okay, so let me just first of all introduce myself. My name is Ashley Lance, and I am here in our spa in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. So we are Tranquil Radiance Spa. I have myself and a staff of about 7 that are massage therapists, estheticians, obviously all of our front desk staff and managers and things of that nature. So we are here. I have about 15 years of experience in the field as a dual licensed award-winning massage therapist, esthetician. Mainly focusing on structural body work is what we primarily do here, but we like the relaxation and the foo-foo aspect as well, of course. So again, little reiteration of last week. I know this all sucks for everybody, but we really truly do miss our clients and we miss working. So sooner the better. Hopefully we can get back there soon. So I know that everyone right now is doing so much at home, right? We're doing our own hair. I think I'm gonna cut the boys' hair this weekend. We're doing our own nails, so might as well be doing our own facials, right? And basically with my experience and clients, one of the biggest things that I feel like on a regular basis when we're not in quarantine and not dealing with COVID-19, a lot of people and a lot of clients, even if they're really diligent with their facial routine, kind of skip on the masking aspect. Now, granted, that's not everybody, but a lot of people do skip that step of masking, and it's kind of a crucial step. In our home care routine, like at least if you get regular facials, you're not necessarily missing a lot of nutrients. It's not horribly detrimental, but right now we're going on, I think this is like almost 5 weeks that we've been closed. So for those of you that get your regular facials, your skin is probably definitely seeing, and then you add some stress on top of it, so you're definitely seeing some signs of aging. Or I have a lot of people whose skin is breaking out and they're calling me like, Ashley, my skin doesn't normally do this, what's going on? It's stress, it's lack of routine, it's all the above, probably crappy eating, not enough exercise, you name it, it's messing with your skin. Our skin is our largest detox organ, so anytime that we go through anything in our body and it comes out through our skin, then that's primarily what you're seeing. So masking at home is the #1 topic that I get to with my phone consultations that I do. In the past couple of weeks, I've had a lot of clients call, and even non-clients. I've had clients call me from Ohio. We shipped one out to Seattle this morning, which I was like, oh my goodness. I guess she saw the video from last week and was like, I want to pick your brain, which I love. So yeah, that's definitely the #1 question that I've been getting asked is, well, what mask do I need to use? I don't normally use masks, but I'm home and I'm here, so why not let's add a mask to the regimen. So I just wanted to kind of do an overview of all of the options that we have here at Tranquil Radiance Spa, both from Image Skincare as well as from Farmhouse Fresh. So Farmhouse Fresh, we'll start with Farmhouse Fresh. Over here is a freshly harvested, their ingredients are all from US farms, lots of fruits, lots of veggies, lots of milks, beautifully packaged. They're great for gifting. I love all their little jars and things like that they package all of their products in. So that line, the easiest way to break up their masks, I pulled some out here. I don't know if you guys can see this at all here, but I pulled some of their masks out that I'm gonna go over and cover today. So with Farmhouse Fresh, at least in my book, this is not from Farmhouse Fresh, but it's kind of the way that I look at it, is you kind of have your active masks and then you have your repairing masks, right? So your active masks are obviously gonna be your exfoliating, something with acids in it that actually has a downtime, I guess is the best way to put it, a downtime associated with it. So the first one that I want to go over here is their pajama paste. So their pajama paste is really for rosacea, acneic skin. It has benzoyl clay in it as well as yogurt. So it's really good at balancing and healing. It does have raw honey in it as well. I don't know if you guys can see that there. That is their pajama paste. And just so you know too, guys, all of our products are available on our website. I guess I should have started with that first. Our website is www.tranquilradiancespa.com. You can shop online, you can browse, everything has a description. If you don't remember anything that I said, you can definitely go through and read the descriptions and figure out what works best for you, or you can always call me too. I'll be happy to walk through your skincare, what you're currently doing, what you need to add, maybe what you don't need to add, and things like that. I can always give you plenty of help over the phone. But all of our products are on our website. We do have free local drop-off. If I can drop it off on your doorstep, I will do that. And if I can't, if you purchase $50 or more, then we do offer free shipping right now at this time as well. So we'll ship it to you even if you're in Seattle. If you buy more than $50 worth of product, whether it's Farmhouse Fresh or Image Skincare, we'll definitely ship it to you too. So, sorry, little side note. All right, so back to the pajama paste. Definitely really good for reducing redness. I mentioned that it has clays in it. So both Farmhouse Fresh and Image Skincare utilize clays. Farmhouse Fresh has like 3 different clays that they use in their products, though, I'll tell you. The really good thing about clay, not a lot of people know about it, is that it's negatively ionically charged, right? So it basically grabs the gunk like a magnet, right? So pulling any type of pore toxicity, environmental toxicities, makeup, oil, dirt out of the pores. So that's why you see a lot of clay in your products, because it can draw out those impurities. I will say, if your skin is not used to clays and you use it to draw out impurities, sometimes it can cause a little bit of a breakout. I just say that as a warning. If you're not used to doing anything and you put a clay mask on your face and you got some party, not that we're going to parties right now, but you have some party coming up or something like that, just be mindful of that. Best time to ever use a clay mask is not right before you go out or have a birthday party or something like that to attend, because sometimes it can pull out those impurities. But if you are diligent with your skincare routine and getting regular facials, then it's nothing that is going to harm your skin. In fact, it's going to help kind of speed up that metabolism of your skin and really help to degunk your skin is what the clays are primarily for. Also too, like your extra oil and your dirt. So that is pajama paste is really good, and it has a lot of yogurt in it too. Yogurts are in products that help kind of balance because they have the prebiotics and the probiotics, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So that is pajama paste, just so you guys know. I'm gonna put them over here so I don't get them all mixed up. The next one in the active category for Farmhouse Fresh is the Mighty Tidy. This is a very popular one. Even just the name is like, what? Mighty Tidy? What are we talking about? So primarily for dull aging skin, the banana, it has banana pulp in it, helps to repair and protect as well as echinacea. So fighting the look of wrinkles, first signs of aging. It's very tightening, obviously, whenever you put it on your face. So a little tingly. If you're a little bit on the sensitive side, you can expect to feel a little rosiness in the cheeks. Put it on, let it dry, and then take it off. Most of their masks, Farmhouse Fresh, one of the keys is to letting them dry, especially if they have the clays in them. You kind of want to give it a few minutes to do its work, maybe 10 to 20 minutes, somewhere in there, is generally a good rule of thumb. I usually just run around the house and watch TV or do the dishes or play with the kids or whatever while I'm masking. They've gotten pretty used to me at this point. I pretty much have a mask on almost every day. So again, I'll cover actives versus repairing. You don't want to do these active masks every day. They're active, okay? They actually are exfoliating or brightening or something of that nature that need the downtime. You can't constantly attack your skin. Otherwise, you're just gonna have way too much irritation and no skin left. So this is the Mighty Tidy. So I'll show you guys here. Very popular, it smells amazing. It smells like bananas, smoothies. Don't lick it. It smells really good, but the turmeric in it too has a lot of tightening factors as well. Also really good for the skin too. All right, so that is that. All right, let me just peek in here real quick. I just want to make sure I'm not missing a whole lot. I'm gonna have to scroll back here in a little bit. Wow, we got a lot of people on this week. That's great. Let's see Okay, so the next in the Farmhouse Fresh, what I put in the active column of their mask is going to be your Sand Your Ground. So technically speaking, if you go on our website and you search MAS, which is what I recommend doing, Farmhouse Fresh calls theirs Mask, M-A-S-K, Image Skincare calls theirs M-A-S-Q-U-E. So if you just type in the MAS part on our website, it'll pull up all the masks, Farmhouse Fresh, Image Skincare, everything that I've talked about. But that being said, all the masks that we're talking about today, this technically is not a mask. So if you go online, you would have to search the Sand Your Ground as the actual name. I wanted to talk about it today because it has so much clay in it. So it's an exfoliant, but it is a mask because I like to leave it on and let it get really tight. It's also really, really good for spot treatment. So if you have like a hormonal breakout or a stress breakout, you can just put a little tiny bit on that spot, let it marinate, let it dry out. If you're just doing it as a spot treatment, I'd say you could probably leave it on for like 20, 30, 40 minutes and kind of forget about it. And then you're like, oh, look at that. My face is really dry in that one spot. So it has a lot of volcanic ash as well as your Arizona clays in it that help absorb the bacteria. So that's the clay aspect of it. Other than that, it has so much grit and so much pumice in it. It's like a microdermabrasion at home. So if you want, you can put it on and polish, polish, polish. Remember, we polish, we don't scrub. We want to leave some skin on the face. You don't want to cause that inflammatory response. So even with something as aggressive as this from an exfoliation standpoint, just make sure you're not scrubbing your face off. It's more about the movement, not about the pressure. So that is Sand Your Ground. And then, let's see, the next one we have here from Farmhouse Fresh is their Putting a Peel. So their Putting a Peel is more for like dry, sun-damaged skin, which some of us might have right now out in the pool with the kids or just being outside more, riding bikes and all of that. It has glycolic, it has coconut milk in it as well, and the tapioca pudding. It's like retexturizing for your skin. Stimulates cellular renewal. It's very good for brightening the skin. So if you have sun damage and say like hyperpigmentation or dark spots is one of your main concern, I would definitely say that the Putting a Peel is probably going to be right up there for you. So that is Putting a Peel. All right, and then the last one that I put in the category of actives is going to be your Splendid Dirt. So your Splendid Dirt has a lot of alpha hydroxy acids in it. It's mostly a pumpkin puree. And I don't know if you've heard the rage with pumpkin peels and things of that nature. This is kind of like a milder pumpkin peel at home. Really, really good for acneic skin, congested skin that just get, like a lot of people get really congested in their skin, or in their chin, or in their forehead. This is really good for that because this has two different types of clays in it. So if you remember what I discussed earlier, clay has that like ionic magnetism ability to just pull everything out of the skin. So if one of the things that you miss the most about your facials are your extractions because you're noticing a collection of blackheads, this is going to be really good for that because it's got a little tiny bit of a grit to it that you can kind of exfoliate with, but it will definitely help resurface your skin and just kind of de-gunk your whole skin. So that one is Splendid Dirt. All right, so drink your water, guys. All right, so that is pretty much the active mask from Farmhouse Fresh. I'm gonna go over the repairing masks. So again, like I said, I put these in two different categories. If you're doing active masks, say, I've had a lot of clients call and say, I wanna do a mask every day. Okay, that's fine. Just don't do an active mask every day. Like I said, there's a happy medium here, guys. You don't wanna have so much exfoliation and so much irritation going on in the skin that by the time you get back into the spa for your facials, we're like, what did you do to your face? Just be mindful of that. So going into your repairing masks, I'm gonna start with the Star. This one is called Guac Star. It's a star for a reason. It is probably the ultimate recovery mask, the dehydration. In all of, I shouldn't say all of, in most of Farmhouse Fresh's protocols, this is what you do after any heavy exfoliation, sunburned skin, just really, really irritated skin. It's so strong, and avocado butter is one of the main ingredients in it, so it's extremely anti-inflammatory. One of my favorite things to do with this mask, which I think I posted not too long ago on one of our social media pages, is put it in the fridge. So again, that vasoconstriction, right, really reduces the inflammation in the skin, and great for, again, sunburned skin. You can put it on the body too. I know a lot of people will get like sunburned shoulders and things. My kids love this mask. My daughter actually stole it from me. The last time I brought it home to use it on my own face, she saw it and was like, Mommy, what's that green mask? So needless to say, this one is definitely super safe. My daughter is 7, so you can totally use it on young kids. There's no tingling or anything like that. It's just a moisture anti-inflammatory mask that is very, very good for just kind of recovery. So again, that is the Guac Star mask. All right, next we have Peak Perfection. So Peak Perfection is still for like sensitive skin, but you can use it on acneic skin too. So anytime, you gotta remember acne is a form of inflammation in the skin. So you have to reduce that inflammation in the skin a lot of times before you can even treat the acne aggressively. So if you have a lot of inflammation in your skin, whether it's from acne or rosacea, the number one thing that you want to do first before you do anything else is reduce the inflammation. So this is really nice because it has the peat mud in it, which is really, really cooling. It has like a nice, it's not really tingling, it's definitely a cooling sensation, and then it leaves a nice hydration veil left behind that's not super heavy, but it's definitely, it's very calming. This one I also use on my daughter because she gets little bumps on her cheeks. But so this one is really good more for your acneic inflamed skin or people that get like the occasional congestion but don't really want to do anything super active. So this is definitely considered more of a recovery mask as well. So that is Peak Perfection. All right. So now we're going to go and talk about the probiotic mask Will Do. Will Do is actually from Farmhouse Fresh's organic line. It has pre and probiotics in it and a lot of aloe vera. Definitely meant for more dry, dehydrated, but deposits a lot of really good bacteria. So you can use it on acneic skin. I wouldn't, because I mean the probiotic aspect of it is really good for anyone who has any bacterial issues topically on their skin, but it's very emollient, right? So it's very like thick. I wouldn't say that it would hurt somebody with acneic skin. I'm gonna put my hair up while I'm talking to you guys. I won't hurt anybody with acneic skin, but they probably wouldn't like it. Only because people tend with acneic skin, they get kind of fearful of things that can be like too hydrating. So I probably wouldn't recommend this necessarily for someone who has acneic skin, but if you're prone to getting the congestion and things of that nature, and again, you just want something that's gonna reduce inflammation and just kind of hydrate everything, then I would definitely say the Will Do is gonna be good for that. All right, and then the last one I put in the recovery is one of my favorites is chocolate sundae. So this is Sundae Best, which is anti-aging and softens fine lines and wrinkles. This has CoQ10 in it, which you don't usually see that a lot in more of your natural skincare lines. CoQ10 is really good for treating fine lines and wrinkles and just kind of plumping up the skin with nutrients. It also has live carrot cells in it too. So not only does it smell amazing, and when I say I've smelled other masks that are chocolate, quote unquote, this one actually smells like chocolate. Like you could literally eat it out of the container if you wanted to. Also very rich in vitamin A, D, and E as well. So very plumping, lots of nutrients, and leaves the skin super, super soft. So that is Sundae Best. All right, so let me just see here. I want to just check and see if anyone has any questions yet about Farmhouse Fresh. I'm going to move on to Image Skincare too because they have some great masking options as well. Oh, loved your early Mother's Day gift. Michelle just used the pajama paste for the first time. That's awesome. I love that mask. That's one of my favorites. And Lauren is our spa manager, so she's a putting a pill freak with the glycolic acid in it. She loves that one. That's one of her favorites. Let's see. Sable loves Stand Your Ground. Oh yeah, good point. So the Mighty Tidy, which is one of our most popular masks, is actually part of our protocol that we offer in the spa. It's called the Banana Slammo Wrinkle Eraser. Which is a very popular facial because it has the Mighty Tidy and a lot of exfoliants, and it's very decadent and yummy. So that is obviously something when we come back and start doing services again, which should be sooner, hopefully, rather than later. But fingers crossed, we'll see how the numbers end up. But that is definitely something. The Banana Slamo Wrinkle Eraser is a really nice facial too. Let's see. All good things, guys. Thank you. All right, so I have a couple people asking if certain masks are good for them. Personally, I'll definitely reach out to you guys after this live broadcast because I want to answer all of your questions. So definitely on a specific note, as far as if something is ideal for your skin, I'll contact you or you contact me and we'll definitely get clear on that. Let's see. Oh, yes, and the sampler, which I almost forgot to go over. So thank you, Sable. This is their quick recovery sampler. So you can see here, I like it because it's a smaller, obviously a smaller size, but it's $24, guys. So and that's before 15% off. So the really nice thing is you have the Guac Star, you have the Pudding Appeal, which is the glycolic, and you have the Splendid Dirt, which is the pumpkin puree mask. So it's all three masks in a smaller size. They come like this size. So I would say, I don't know, I just have to smell it. No. Probably, honestly, their mask, you don't have to put a lot on. You're probably looking at like 8 to 10 applications out of one of these little small ones. So this is a nice, inexpensive option. Makes for great gifts. We sold a lot of these around the holidays because people were sticking them in stockings. But definitely makes for a good gift. Or if you just want to try a couple masks and you're not quite sure which one, this is a good selection for a lot of people. So this is also available on the website too. And it's $24 before the discount. So all of our skincare right now, while we're closed, is 15% off. If you order it online, you just have to use the code CRAZY2020, which I'm sure you guys have seen in my social media posts. If you use that code, it'll automatically give you 15% off of all your Farmhouse Fresh and all your Image Skincare products. So, let me see here. Okay, so I want to go over Image Skincare's masks now. So Image Skincare, if you're not familiar with them, they're definitely more of a professional clinical line. They've prioritized in their science. They're very results driven. I've been working with them for 10, 11 years, I want to say. They are still very clean though. They have no parabens, no sulfates, no mineral oils, no artificial fragrances, synthetic dyes, and things like that. So a lot of your other medical grade lines have a lot of other stuff in them, which your skin can't really process all of that artificial stuff. So having a line that is still professionally and clinical based, but doesn't have a bunch of those other junk and harmful ingredients, because guys, you know, everything we put on our face has to be processed through our liver and our kidneys. So if you don't need it in there, then get it out as far as your skincare ingredients go. So Image Skincare has a couple different mask options. We'll start here. This is probably their most popular. Everybody's into sheet masking right now, so what Image did is they went and found some of the best technology that uses essence. So essence is it's kind of like a really lightweight serum, almost like a mixture between a serum and an oil. So these are biomolecular sheet masks, right? They Japanese sourced all of their ingredients for very mineral rich, I want to say volcanic water is even in these as well. And you have two different options. You have an anti-aging. So this is the anti-aging one. Hopefully it's focusing for you. And then you have the hydrating one. The biggest difference between the two is the anti-aging is more brightening, right? So botanicals, peptides, hyperpigmentation is more in your anti-aging. And then the hydrating one is definitely higher in your aloe vera, hyaluronic acid, and things like that. You can also put these in the fridge. We use them a lot in our treatment room in the fridge. So you can pull it out of the fridge. I will say too, so you have you have a sticky side and you have a paper side. So what you want to do is you want to take it out, unfold it. You kind of squeegee it out of the container almost, out of this little packet. There's a lot of essence in here. So my personal little pro tip for you is if you take it out and kind of squeegee out the actual mask itself, then you can open up the mask, put the slimy side on your face. So slimy side down, right? And then you want to peel off the paper backing. And then after you peel off the paper backing, I usually wipe the paper backing down here. Got to get all that essence. It'll kind of suction cup to your face, right? So it gets nice and tight. You can smooth it along your eyes and under forehead, and it'll really like stick to your face really good once you remove that paper backing. And then wear it until it dries out, you know, like 20 minutes, even 30 minutes. The nice thing, like I said, is There's so much essence in here. I take it out, take the mask out, and then I'll put this like on my bathroom countertop and keep dumping a little bit of the essence into my hands for like the next 2, 3, 4 days and apply it like you would a serum, right? Put your sunscreen right on top or your moisturizer right on top. So you're getting like 3 to 4 days worth of essence delivery to the skin by just having one sheet mask. So these are really popular. You can go online and see which one you like best. I like them both. They're very similar. It's mainly just whether hyperpigmentation is a concern of yours or you want just hydration. So that is their sheet masks. All right, so next we are gonna go over, these are vitamin C masks. So I'll start with this one here. So this is the Hydrating Vitamin C Enzyme Mask. We use this in almost every single facial in our spa. From Image Skincare. So vitamin C is very rich in antioxidants, right? Antioxidants fight off free radicals. Free radicals is what causes wrinkles. So yes, vitamin C is anti-inflammatory, but it's also anti-aging as well. The enzyme mask is nice because it has the enzymatic exfoliants in it. This, I have been saying for years, is the closest thing I can give you to a facial in the bottle, because it's got the enzymatic exfoliant, right, which will get rid of some of the dead skin cells on the surface, and then it has all of the hydration from the vitamin C that your skin will just suck it up. So when you put it on, again, a little bit goes a long way. Put it on, let it sit for like probably like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. The first few minutes you put it on, it's gonna be kind of tingly, right? It's gonna be like, ooh, okay, all right, we're working now. And then it'll calm down. So what's happening is enzymes specifically dissolve protein in your skin. So dead skin cells, congestion, all of that. When you first put it on, those enzymes are like little Pac-Men, right? Like, ooh, yay, lots to eat, lots to dissolve. So it's dissolving all the dead skin cells. And then after that, it's just hydration, right? And anti-inflammatory. So this is one of the best things I'll tell you guys for facials at home is the enzymatic mask from Vital C Image Skincare. And then the other mask, the vitamin C mask that they have, is their overnight mask. So this one is really, really good for people that just have that really dehydrated skin, that no matter what they do, they can't seem to get moisture in their skin and it's not staying. And so you can sleep. Most of our cellular repair happens at night whenever we sleep, right? So if you have a product on your face while you're sleeping, then that's when you're going to get the most absorption out of it. So Image actually has 2 different sleep masks. I'll go over the other one in a minute. But this one is really, really good for dehydrated skin that's just chronically dehydrated. It's not super sticky, so it's nice and it feels good. It doesn't feel like a really thick mask that you're going to try and sleep in. And obviously smells very good as well. Lots of vitamin C in that. So this is their overnight vitamin C mask. All right, so now I'm going to go into Image Skincare's their Ageless collection. So they have 2 different masks in their Ageless collection. This one is their Total Resurfacing Mask, which is definitely one of our best sellers. It's kind of like a mini peel almost. It has a lot of alpha hydroxys, kind of a blend of alpha hydroxys in it. You got some glycolic as well as salicylic. Good for like weekly or even twice a week exfoliation. And definitely it's a chemical and a physical exfoliant. So you have the hydroxy acids that are in this, but then it also has little jojoba beads, little crystals that you can do a little exfoliation with and then let it sit. I'll give you guys a little tip here. This is something I think I put online not too long ago. One of our most popular treatments that we do in the spa is called the 4-layer facelift. The 4-layer facelift starts out with your resurfacing mask, and then you layer the vitamin C enzyme mask right on top of it. So you're getting the brightening and the exfoliation from the resurfacing mask, and then you're getting the hydration and the anti-inflammatory from the enzyme mask. So these are 2 that I will tell you are a no-brainer. You can layer and you can use them together. They're completely safe for one, and then put the other one right on top of it, and then just marinate them in, and then just walk around marinating for 15-20 minutes. But this is a really good combination of the 2 of them if you want to layer masks, is your resurfacing mask and your vitamin C enzyme mask. So those are those. All right, and then the other mask from the Ageless line is their overnight retinol mask. So this one is really nice because it has a technology in it that I'm not really sure exists in a lot of other products. They call it their water bank technology. And basically what it is it's a continual release of hydration. So again, like I said, it's whenever you sleep, you have a lot of cellular repair going on. I'm having hair problems today. I don't know what is going on. This clip does not want to hold my hair out of my face. Okay, sorry about that. So again, time-released hydration, time-released retinols too. So retinols can sometimes be a little drying if they're by themselves. A lot of people have a little bit of a redness or an inflammatory reaction, or even have a little bit of peeling if they're using a lot of retinols. So this is nice because it's a lower dose of retinols, but it's also encapsulated with all that hydration too. So this is an overnight retinol mask that not a lot of people have any type of inflammation with it. You can get the retinols into your skin that help with firmness and plumping up the cells without a lot of the downtime that's typically associated with retinol use. So again, nice for nighttime mask. I have this one at home and I use it on a regular basis. Definitely a very good way to get retinols into your regimen. But if you have a little bit of rosacea, like I do, you have to be very careful about how much you use them. So this is a nice alternative to typically like an evening retinol cream. All right. And now I'm going to show you guys, this is Image Skincare's. They just released these masks. This is part of their eye mask collection. These were just released last year. So they do a launch every year where they release all their products and all their new technology. So I'll go over this one first. This is their purifying probiotic mask. So very good because it has a lot of yogurt in it. So again, your prebiotics, your probiotics that help fight off bacteria, balance oil, but also really good too. This has Brazilian green clay in it. So very good for reducing inflammation in the skin as well as activated charcoal. So nice for acneic skin, even inflamed skin. And you want to put it on and you can let it dry for a little bit. It's more of a reducing the inflammation type of acneic versus necessarily like super degunking. It's good for congested skin, but I've seen really good results with reducing inflammation, like that really irritated and kind of pissed off, so to speak. Acne skin, it's really good for that type of skin too. So that is their purifying probiotic mask. And then the last mask that I'm going to show you is one of my favorites and one of our best sellers since it was released last year. I call it the Blue Fairy Mask, and it is part of our Crystal Radiance Firming Facial here that I wrote the protocol for, that we use facial cupping and then we use this firming mask. So this is the Firming Transformational Mask. Supports the skin's ability to resist stress, guys. Not that anybody has any stress right now, but definitely it's really chock full of pepperberry extract, which is one of the key ingredients that helps your skin to not show the signs of stress, right? So it's very firming. Also has jojoba beads in it as well as your hyaluronic acid. So you want to put this mask on and definitely let it dry, right? So you want to, when we're in the treatment room, we always lift up and put it on, let it dry. And then what I like to do is wet my fingertips a little bit, and then you can polish with it, right? You can do a little bit of scrub with those jojoba beads and just kind of get a little bit of brightening from it and then rinse it all off. So this is actually a very popular mask. A lot of people really, really love this mask, and it's great. So one of my favorites personally is the Firming Transformational Mask. All right, so let me see here if we have any questions. How often can you use the recovery masks? I'm assuming she's probably talking about the Farmhouse Fresh recovery masks. Those you can use daily or even every other day. Most of the recovery masks are not, they don't have a lot of actives in them, if any. So those you can use daily, especially if you feel like your skin is really dry or really stressed, then that's definitely okay to use daily. Smells divine. I miss you guys too, I do. I miss you. Yes, Lauren, that's a good point. The older version, there was an older version of Image Skincare sheet masks. Let me just step off camera here for a second and show you. And they redid them because they weren't fitting people's faces right. So, so they actually changed the cut of them. Now they actually go all the way to the jawline. You know, they go all the way over here. The eye cuts are actually fitting your eye. So the thing that I really like about these is I can put them on and then walk around the house. It's not like, all right, I got a mask on my face, I'm down and out, I need 20 minutes of silence. You don't have to do that, guys. They will suction cup to your face and you can be as productive as you want to be, or you can tell somebody you have to sit down. That's really what you want. So that's a good point there. Let's see. How often should you get a facial? So it's different for different people. Most people, their cellular turnover rate, depending on age, hormones, and things like that, is about every 28 to 32 days. So ideally for most people, getting a facial is usually something that you should do monthly, because the goal with anti-aging in any fashion is basically increasing your cellular turnover rate, right? So you want to get the dead skin cells off the surface, which helps those newer cells come up faster from the dermal layer. So when you get your facials, you're obviously getting a lot of exfoliation, extractions, which is any of your blackheads or congestion stuck in your pores that can scar your pores if they sit in there too long. So you definitely, extractions is really an important part of facials. And then obviously your hydration aspect and your recovery of it, facial massage, which increases microcirculation, stimulates elastin and collagen cells, everything like that. It's really important just for the overall health of your skin. I love, when I first started doing facials 15 years ago, it was very different. Most of our clients were females. I mean, it was a very rare occasion, like, yay, I have a male client on my book for a facial. And now in the past 15 years, I would say our clientele for facials is probably a good 40-60 split, which I love seeing. Lots more men are getting facials because now it's not a girly thing, right? It's a hygiene thing, right? Where nobody wants to look tired and aged and, oh man, did you get enough sleep? So it's kind of one of those things. It's a really cool thing to see in the 15 years that I've been doing this, how many more men we have coming in that are doing more with their skin, and it's not, something that's looked at as only a female thing. It's a human thing. We all have skin. So that is really awesome to see. Let's see. Okay. So, I'm not sure if you guys know about it. I'll just say real quick, with Facebook and Instagram, all their different algorithms, we have started doing, I want to say it was on Thursday, I posted a giveaway. And I'll say I was surprised at how many people didn't enter in it. And I don't know if it was just because you didn't see it, but I do know that with Facebook and Instagram, if you're not liking our stuff or following or commenting, then you might be missing out. We do a lot of specials. Once we're up and running, we do, my manager Lauren will throw promotions on Facebook and social media, Instagram all the time. So if you're not liking our content or commenting, even if you just comment with like a heart, right, or a thumbs up, Facebook and Instagram will put us more into your feeds. So if you want to see all of our stuff that we do, whether it's our lives or our giveaways, our promotions, our treatments, whenever they're on special and stuff like that, just make sure you guys are staying in our feeds and stuff, because otherwise you're not going to see it. So definitely follow and like all of our stuff. You can comment on it, tag your friends. So the giveaway that we did last week was this little guy here. So it was the sweet tea shea butter, which I know everybody needs a little shea butter right now as much as we're washing our hands. Your clementine body oil, and then your Big Bear shea butter. Body polish, which I love too. So it's just this little ones. I know we only had a couple of days to do it because I just came up with it on Thursday. So I did not expect to have a great response, but next week, we are going to do an image one. So we did Farmhouse Fresh, so we're going to do image giveaway this coming week. And then next Saturday, I'll go through and pick a winner next Saturdays. So we're going to do image skincare, and we just talked about a mask, so I'm going to throw in this too. So we'll do the first class favorites, which is nice because it's their organic balancing facial cleanser, their vitamin C serum, and their 32 SPF. And then I'm going to throw in a resurfacing mask too. So it's like $86, I want to say, worth of giveaways. So this will be next week's giveaway. So if you're on our Facebook or our Instagram and you want to win this for free, just there's 3 different things you got to do. You got to follow it. You got to follow us. You have to like the post, and then you just have to tag 2 friends, and then I will enter you in the giveaway. So let me just check here and see if we have any more questions. And then I will do the giveaway. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up here real quick, guys, because I have all of the people that we entered in the giveaway are in this cool little program that I found. So hopefully you guys can all see this. Ta-da! All right, so let's make sure you guys can all see this. So we have all of the people who entered in the giveaway. And I'm just going to do a quick shuffle. All right, so we're shuffling all the names. And we're going to spin. Let's see who's going to win. Yay! Miss Linda Pike. So, Miss Linda, you won. You guys just saw my notes back there, right? Yeah, so we won the Farmhouse Fresh product. So I will contact you and we will make sure to get that to you. But I just want to thank everybody for coming. I know this is like weird, me holding the camera now and I'm doing the whole selfie thing. But we'll definitely be back here next week, next Saturday, live at 5 with me here. As far as a topic, I don't know. I'll come up with something. So we will post it if you have any recommendations as far as questions or anything that you want me to cover for next week's live at 5. Feel free to post it here in the comments. And we will see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening. Stay safe.